Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview for March 20th, 2017. As of today, 14 days until WrestleMania 33 is going to be coming to you live from Orlando. So tomorrow, the countdown will be at 13, and each and every week we creep a little bit closer and closer. A lot of stuff is going to be going down on Monday Night Raw. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that this Raw will actually be bigger than the Go Home Raw until WrestleMania. Everybody has noticed that the Go Home Raws before WrestleMania have got weaker and weaker and weaker every year. I can remember the big Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania 28 with Cena and Rock going face to face and me yelling at the TV. That's it? That's all we get? You're not going to give us anything before WrestleMania? I mean, the go home to WrestleMania 27 was, I believe, the big rock bottom from The Rock. On John Cena, with them finally getting physical, making you think that basically, John Cena was going to beat up The Miz and then go after The Rock, and we were finally going to get the match that we wanted to see, because at that point, there was no guarantee that we were getting The Rock to come back. We basically thought that was it. That's all we were getting, was just that one Rock return at WrestleMania, and then he would go off and make a ton of movies and go from there. The big, I guess you can call it the main event of Monday Night Raw, is going to be Braun Strowman going against Roman Reigns one more time. We just saw this match with Roman beating Braun Strowman, defeating him clean in the middle of the ring at Fastlane. And now here they are. We're coming back. We're going to do this one more time. Honestly, Strowman's got nothing going on for WrestleMania. I honestly was hoping that after Strowman came out and he called out Roman Reigns, and The Undertaker came out and basically Braun Strowman ran from the face of fear, The Undertaker, I was hoping he was going to run all the way to SmackDown. And we were never going to see this guy again on Monday Night Raw. But here he is. He comes out again and he says he wants to have this match. Roman, of course, is going to stand up. He's going to say it. For being a wrestling fan for years and years and years, obviously, they want us to believe that this is a big bump in the road where Roman might get beat up by Strowman and then go into WrestleMania not at 100% before his match against The Undertaker. This match, honestly, is going to make Roman look strong, as CM Punk said it back in the day. This is a television program that they're going to be running for Roman to build him up and make him look as big as ever. Roman Reigns, he said it in his promo that he's going to be the guy to retire The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. Undertaker is not advertised to be in Brooklyn, but Brooklyn, I guess you can say, is like the new television Madison Square Garden. They use it, for SummerSlam weekend. They use it for a lot of big shows. They've been running the Garden a lot as of late for house shows. But every time WWE goes to Brooklyn for a Monday Night Raw, it's always a must-see event. Something always happens, whether if it's like The Rock returning and going face-to-face with Rusev. My phone ran out of data because I had too many videos saved on it, so I have to try and remember. I think I was talking about The Rock coming back for the big one. So, something always happens every time that they're in Brooklyn. So, I'm not going to be surprised if Undertaker's on Raw, that he appears. We're only 13 days away from WrestleMania as of right now. So, something has to happen. We've seen the challenge. There is this sort of mystique floating around that they're going to add some sort of a stipulation to this match. You can't just do it out of the middle of thin air. Roman threw it out there that he's going to make him retire. Are they going to put that as a real stipulation, or is it just that, Roman's going to beat him to the point where Undertaker just doesn't show up for WrestleMania 34? He doesn't want anymore. Definitely, he's been less active than he was in 2016, with all those returns. Or was that 2015? When he came back, he did this. Yeah, that was 2015. That's 2 years ago that he came back and did SummerSlam. He did Hell in a Cell. He did Survivor Series. Normally the past few years we just see him show up. I mean, we got him at the Royal Rumble. We got him on SmackDown, saying that he was going to be on Team SmackDown, rooting for him, and we never saw him again, and he's not appearing on SmackDown anymore. But honestly, in this match, if it goes down, is a one-on-one ordeal with no outside interference. Roman's gonna beat him, and definitely Braun Strowman will always have a place in the Wyatt family. Maybe that they just want to keep him on Raw, and maybe he doesn't pop up and help the Wyatts until WrestleMania. In the back pocket against Randy Orton, and they're going to keep that a surprise, because as of right now, Braun Strowman, even if he shows up in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, him getting a win there isn't going to bring back the mystique that he had before he had, never been beaten. Roman beat him. Everybody saw him in Fastlane. It's probably the one thing that, besides for the Goldberg win, that people are going to remember about the match. But once you beat somebody, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. It's free. So we'll see. We got a lot of stuff to talk about Monday Night Raw. So we'll move on to the next one. And so pick Roman to beat Strowman on Raw.